Alright, number 5, we have Final Fantasy 8 and 12. Trust me, if you think that's bad having 2 at number 5, just wait till we get to number 4. Okay, so, number 5, Final Fantasy 8, is my favorite story-wise Final Fantasy. Everworld FF8 haters can suck it, because it had by far the less love story of any of the Final Fantasies. Tens, do not get me started on tens. It was terrible. There was no motivation there. 8, Squall carries Renoa on his back for like and across like half the freaking world, and then he like goes into space to save her. Yeah, I don't remember anything like that in 10 happening. Anyway, and 8 had a lot of cool twists and turns in the storyline. 7 was good, but it never. There's one major glaring part in that story that I just can't get past. There's a huge major part where the part where right before they fight Sephiroth, it's just, oh, let's go fight Sephiroth. And there's some other weird plot holes in 7. Yeah, sure, they filled it in later, but it never really. I think it was a story that just kind of cut corners. I don't know. I liked 7. I have not played 6, so everyone's saying that 6 is the best one. It very well could be. I have not played 6 yet. I just haven't had the time. I haven't been able to get to it. I have it on an emulator, so I mean, it's not like I can't play it, but I just haven't been able to get to it. And then 12 is my favorite gameplay-wise. It plays like an offline MMO, and I love that style of play. I love the Gambit system. It's a little flawed in some places, but it's a cool system that you don't see in a lot of the other games. Actually, almost no games that are single player only, and it's one favorite battle-wise. 13's growing on me. I know 13 got a lot of flack from critics and gamers alike, but they're kind of looking at it the wrong way. It's a very different Final Fantasy, and the first 30 hours of the game are infamous for being so long, but I really think that more people need to give it a chance, and the first 3 hours are just a tutorial, and that's what you kind of have to get over, and because the battle system is probably one of the most complex in the whole series, and it is different, and it seems simplified at first, but it is actually very complex, so don't cut 13 out yet. Alright, number 4. Now, a lot of people are going to hate me for this. Okay, so it's a 4-way tie. Could be 5, 6-way tie if I really wanted it to. But it's between Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill 3. Yeah, why so many? Well, I love survival horror, and I mean, anybody knows me, I was a huge Resident Evil fan. I still am a pretty big Resident Evil fan, not as big as I used to be, because I've been playing, broader array of games, and I'm not going to express I may express my feelings about 5 later. I really liked 5, but I'll talk about it later. That's number 4. Resident Evil 4 was the best gameplay-wise of all the Resident Evils. Resident Evil Code Veronica is the best old-school Resident Evil game, when the game was actually a survival horror game, not an action game. Silent Hill 2 is Silent Hill 2 is the best psychological horror game there is. It's moody. It captures emotions and symbolism perfectly. Silent Hill 3 is my personal favorite Silent Hill, just because it's the one that almost made me poop my pants. It has the best jump scares of the series. And there's a part where a woman eats a fetus, which is just beyond words. And so that's why I can't say that 2 is so much better in it, because I love 3 so much, and I liked it more than 2, but 2 is the best in the series. Okay, better move on to number 3. Number 3 is the Orange Box. Oh, but isn't that 5 games in one? Well, yes, and that's why. And they're all perfect. They're all amazing. Just quickly briefing down each one. Half-Life 2 is the best first-person shooter ever made. Don't argue with me, it is, because it's smart. It's awesome shooting mechanics. You know, the only problem the game has is it's linear, and other than that, it doesn't have a lot of problems. And episodes 1 and 2. Episode 1 is good, and considering it's the length of the single-player Modern Warfare, that alone just shows that a little smidget of Valve is longer than anything Infinity Ward does. Don't worry, I like Call of Duty somewhat. That's a discussion for another day. Episode 2 is really good. It's probably the best Half-Life 2 moment. It's even better than Half-Life 2 at parts. It's really good. And once again, I don't want to spoil anything. It's like, especially with Half-Life, there's too much good stuff. Portal is also part of the Orange Box. Portal, I thought was great. You know, it's critically acclaimed. It's like so great. I mean, a million cake jokes on the internet are just testament to the staying power of Portal. By some considered the best game on the Orange Box. I didn't think that. I liked Portal a lot. I mean, it was a unique premise. It was fun and everything, but it was really good. But I think the game kind of ended when it was at its best part. So bring on Portal 2. Team Fortress 2, just real quickly. Team Fortress 2 is a game that when it started, I didn't know what to think. It only had 6 maps, and its character classes seemed very bare bones. But now, Team Fortress 2, through Valve is any testament to updating games, it's probably now the best online shooter of all online shooters. I'm not kidding. I mean, Call of Duty, eat your heart out. I mean, I love Team Fortress 2. It's the most fun I've had playing a game online besides, you know, I've just started playing StarCraft 2. I have had the beta, and I'm still learning the intricacies of RTS, but it's a tough genre. Alright, so then number 2 is the Fallout series. 1, 2, and 3. 3 being my shining jewel because that's the one I played the most. I do have the first 2 Fallout games. I played through them pretty well. I'm kind of stuck on some parts. I'm kind of like, the first one, I'm stuck on a level grinding part. The first 2 I'm including just because the gameplay is very dated, but their storylines are better than the first. I know on the internet a lot of people are... There's huge divisions among Fallout fans about 3. I personally love 3 the most, just because it's the game that, you know, I could say saved my life. I was having a really hard time in my life. Fallout 3 was there, and so yeah, that's what I think of Fallout 3, and Fallout 3 gameplay is amazing, and you know, I could use a few tweaks here and there, but and then of course Fallout 1 and 2 storylines look really good, so that's really good sign for New Vegas. Alright, and I will be back with my number 1 in the last part of the video.